Hello, everyone, and welcome back to an episode of Miitopia. We are at our final challenge. I had a traveler come in that I thought would be suitable, and I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna do it. I've done all the training that I've needed to do. I feel like I have a good grasp on the enemies that we'll be facing, and hopefully this turns out to be fun. So, before I really get into this, I'm actually gonna say this is a recording. This is the commentation after I actually filmed the video because it was very late at night and I was super tired and I got really into it and I started swearing a lot. And since Miitopia is a kid-friendly game, I don't want there to be swearing in my video. So I've decided to do a commentary post-game so I can properly tell you what's going on in the video, and also that way I didn't get distracted making commentary while I was fighting, because these gauntlets needed my absolute focus, and I didn't want to miss out on, like, making a big mistake because I was trying to do commentary. So yeah, this is me speaking after I have done the gauntlet. So I just want you guys to know that so you don't get confused by some of my commentary. So yeah, I have my base team. We have max gear, but I also decided to have us all be matching, and because of that, I decided to kind of switch around the gear so they're not wearing legendary gear, but they are, like, you know, at max gear and have really good stats and everything. So it's me, Cole, Ash, and Jax. And I brought a cat traveler with us to do extra damage and also to help with, like, MP control, because we're going to be using a lot of MP. So now, without further ado, I think I'm just going to hop right into this because what's the sense in stalling? So now that I've given you all that information, I hope you enjoy the video and hopefully you enjoy my commentary as well. I think I hesitated here because I was like, oh my gosh, am I actually going to do it? Oh no. And I was like, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. I was mostly going into this worried about my stats. Oh, we all look so cool when we're matching. I mean, honestly, I love that color scheme. Black and gold. We look super ready to go. So the first round is the goblins. So I learned that the elite goblin A does the most damage. So, I decided, and you'll see throughout this round, I always was, like, going in and out of the safe spot constantly. Mostly because I didn't want Ash to get killed, because he was the only healer in this group, so I was like, if he dies, we're screwed. Okay, so this kinda sucked. So in the first round, Jax made Cole mad, like, 3 times in a row, and they actually ended up getting into a fight that lasted the entirety of the Tower of Despair. And I thought, oh, see, like, Cole's being nice and comforting him, but Jax hid behind Cole twice, and I was just like, come on, man. Do you really want to start? See, the Elite Goblin A does more damage, but I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Because if they're all fighting throughout this whole thing, it's gonna be really bad for us. But luckily, even though they did end up fighting, or at least Cole ended up being angry at Jax, it didn't really seem to affect us negatively. Except for, like, a few smaller moments. Yeah. So, see, you can see that I was going in and out of the safe spot constantly, because my goal was to protect Ash, but to also get as much, help in as possible. It seems like I healed Cole right there just because I didn't want him to eat a banana. But they all ended up eating all their bananas eventually, so it was whatever. This fight lasts a long time simply because there's a lot of goblins with a lot of health, but it's not too hard to manage as long as you stay in control and you stay focused. So this video is going to be very, very long because I took my time. I was not losing, I was concentrating, and I really wanted to beat this on my first try. Okay, they started teasing. I think they ended up teasing everybody, and everybody was angry. Ooh, yeah, that was bad. Oh, yeah, see, but with the shield, they do, like, no damage. Oh, and my Mii's counter arrows came in so much handy, like, throughout this entire thing. But it sucked because when I was angry, I couldn't put up the shields. So that kind of sucked. Ash is just chilling. I should have brought him out so that he could help us attack, but, I guess I decided not to. Oh well. Oh. Yeah, see, because I like it when they help each other. Ooh, that bat tornado was gnarly. Yeah. The base attacks weren't quite as useful, but it's okay. Cole... Oh, yes, the super spin slash is his best attack. He did so much damage throughout all of this with those attacks. Oh, and we already got rid of one. That's nice. This fight usually takes a long time, like I said. See, this is why I brought the cat. It does a lot of damage, and it also helped out a lot when it came to regenerating MP for me and for Ash specifically, because we were the ones using magic most of the time. And then Cole and Jax were like our two tanks. Because they can tank, they're really physically strong, so they can tank a lot of the attacks. Despite, oh, here's where Jax made Cole mad. I was like, I think I started swearing here because I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, Cole, you had every right to be mad. That, I would have been mad too. They're both already angry, so this is funny. But I was just like, oh golly, like, are they gonna be able, is this gonna cause a huge mess up in our fight? Because, like, Corals, honestly, I don't mind them, but they do have some negative side effects, like when the Mii gets distracted, or when they give a half effort. Like, that's really annoying, because it's like, oh no, like, are they actually gonna win this fight now, because they're not attacking? But luckily, Jax didn't tick anybody else off throughout the rest of the thing, so it wasn't... See, he's sulking. I don't like... See, that's dumb, because he could have done so much more damage, but he was just like, eh. But, that only happened, like, once or twice, so I wasn't too concerned. Okay, here goes Ash. Yeah, and I kept him in the safe spot as much as I could, because I was like, you are not getting damaged, especially not in the first round. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I really... Okay, yeah, see, now Elite Goblin A isn't doing nearly as much damage because of that shield, so... It ended up being fine, and I think they only teased us that one time, so they were pretty straightforward to deal with, even though Jax took a pretty hefty amount of damage there, but it was okay. I think since I had everybody I wanted shielded, and because we were close to ending this fight, I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and attack, because... Let's end this fight. I think I was getting bored at this point, so I was like, oh my god, let's just end this fight. Oh, yeah, see, and my hail of arrows did a lot of damage. I let Jax eat a banana, because I was like, okay, at this point, like, I just need him to attack. But if Cole's gonna do that move, I think Cole won that. Oh, no, it was me. Okay, cool. I won that fight for us. Okay, floor 2 is another one where you just kind of have to focus. That's really all I can say, because this golem does pretty heavy damage, but again, once I got the shields up, it wasn't too big of a deal, so I was checking their health, and again, I put Ash in the safe spot because he, I think, physically might have been the weakest. Like, my Mii has the least HP, but I think I also had a little bit better defense than him due to, like, grub stats. Ugh, see, like, that was a lot of damage, and that had me like, ooh, yeah, see, they both took pretty hefty damage there, and that wasn't good. So you can see I was kind of like, oh no, who do I put in the safe spot? There are a lot of moments like that where I was just like, ah! Also here, I didn't end up putting a shield up because... and I was debating on it a little bit, but I was like, no, we gotta do damage. So I let Cole and Jax heal in the safe spot, because I was just like, they also need to regenerate their MP, so I was like, they might as well just be in the safe spot. So Ash can attack. Oh, and Midnight did a lot of this, like, helping them heal up, so that was really nice, because they get to heal up pretty much all the way. But, yeah, it was great that we had this cat. I think I made a good decision, because I was like, should I bring a mage? Should I bring a cleric? Should I bring, like, an extra healer or a pop star? But I figured we would need extra damage done, rather than extra healing, because I had a pretty good strategy. There was only one floor that I really struggled with, and I bet you guys can guess which one it was. But unfortunately for this one, I wasn't able to get shields up very quickly, because my Mii, Midnight kept helping my Mii, but luckily I think it was only that one time that Cole and Jax took like a lot of damage, because that wasn't half as bad. So we were able to get through this fight pretty smoothly, despite me kind of like, yeah. Oh, yeah, see, we were already doing like a decent amount of damage, so I was like, okay, it's fine. We're gonna be fine. And we had Ash healing people when they needed to be healed. And I was so, like, overly cautious in the earlier levels that I was not letting Ash get hurt, but even after the golem, like, went, I think I should have just left Ash out of the safe spot, because then he could have helped, like, attack with Cole and Jax, possibly, which could have ended the fight sooner. But, oh well, I still won, so who cares? Oh, me and Cole leveled up. We are the highest friendship at this point. Yeah, we are at level 61. Dang, that's nice. Okay. Oh, okay, so... sorry I kept bringing up the menu, because I really... Oh, Jackson I leveled up too, but I kept, like, popping up the menu at very inconvenient moments, but because I was being overly cautious about the safe spot. Oh, here goes the... See, this is bad. But he had the shield, so it wasn't too bad, but that could have been really, really bad if it was a stronger enemy, so I was like, ugh, Jax. Oh, see, you know what? I don't mind this, though, because then he gets an extra hit in, so it's whatever. Like, that's a quirk that I don't mind. Ooh, Jax's bat tornadoes did a lot of damage. There was one instance where he did it. I was like, whoa. Okay, yeah. So this fight, again, it's more of like a, just stay in control, it might take you a hot minute, but it's not gonna be ridiculous. Just don't get distracted. That's basically, like, you have to focus. If you speed it up, you might end up accidentally skipping someone's turn. I know I did that even though I was concentrating. Probably because it was 1 o'clock in the morning, which I don't advise. Please don't do that. That's not very smart. But I was like, I'm gonna play Miitopia now. Just because I can. I was just in that mood. I was like, I'm just gonna do it now. Oh, here goes the Enthrall. I'm gonna drink some water because my mouth is getting dry. Oh, Cole eats his banana. Cole, I think we ended up with no HP bananas. Like, everybody ended up eating their bananas. Which is fine, but I was just kind of like, ooh. Like, am I gonna regret letting them eat them this early? Yeah. Ugh. This golem just has, like, a buttload of health. But now that I have the shields up, it wasn't a big deal. See, we almost have defeated it at this point. So, boom. Yeah, there we go. Jax was like, good night. Nice. Okay. Oh, okay, actually, I gotta be honest, this stage is not that bad. It's really not that bad. Again, you just have to focus, because if you mess up the order, you're kind of screwed. So here's what I did. I let Ash attack, and then I immediately put him in this safe spot. Luckily, I was a little late on that, but luckily it was Mii's turn, so it was no big deal. So it's Ash, and then it's me, and you gotta do that snort. These things are actually really not that hard to beat, though. They're really not that hard to beat, because once you do that, so Jax does his bite, so it's... And then Cole goes. So we all were faster than them, which is great. But then, what they'll do is that one turn, they'll curse you, and they'll curse 3 of your Miis, and then the next turn, they'll attack you, and then they curse again, and then they attack. That's the pattern that I saw, and apparently that's like... So again, this is important, you have to remember their order, because that way you can prevent them from giving somebody an HP banana. So I think I got confused here, but basically, I let my Mii heal, curse lifted, and then I messed up here, so I was like, oh, wait, no, it's actually Jax. Jax goes before Cole, and I'm really glad I made that correction, because otherwise that would have sucked. But he was all good. And I went to go comfort him, which was sweet. And so now he's back at full health, so I'm not really complaining, like, I don't have a problem with them doing this. So Cole got healed up all the way, and then you'll notice that it's the Pharaoh's turn again. So they're going to attack you. And they don't do that much damage. I thought they were going to do more damage, but it really wasn't that bad. So I think this may have been the fight where I actually didn't even bother pulling out the 4 stages, because I was just like, at this point, I don't want to drag on this fight, because we already did like quite a bit of damage to them, so I was like, I'm just gonna like attack them so that we can end this fight faster, because I'm gonna end up putting everybody in the safe spot when they get cursed anyway. So I was just like, it's fine, like, it's not a big deal. And I'm actually glad that Ash got cursed, and I'll tell you why. And then it's one more. Okay, so it kind of sucked that it was Jax, because I think he's stronger than me. But that gave Ash the opportunity to heal and recover a lot of his MP, which is awesome. So I actually don't really have a problem. See, so with this battle, it's all just patterns and remembering what order your Miis fight in. Because once you got that down, it's a piece of cake. Honestly, I think this might have been the easiest for me. To see, they're already so low on health. I think it's just they're higher up because there's like more of them and they have that curse mechanic which can screw you up. But it's really not that hard. If you have the levels, you will be fine in this fight. So don't worry about it. Yeah, like, thanks for giving us the opportunity to heal. I'm gonna quickly close one of my apps so that I don't lose battery, but yeah, so they curse attack. That's basically what they do. But yeah. Yeah, I think, see, I didn't even bother putting up shields, because I was like, I don't need to waste my MP. And that middle Pharaoh is almost dead. So, boom. That was a lot of damage. Good night! That was nice. Jax did spread damage, and then we only had to deal with one of them, and it was no big deal. He cursed Ash, but it was whatever. Like that. At this point, I knew that we had won this easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, and that cat was just like, ow. Yeah. So, yeah, bringing a cat with this team was actually a very good decision. I was a little uncertain, but I was like, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. And I think it worked out in our favor. Good night. Yeah, I think Jax carried that fight. That was awesome. Okay. This fight... Also, guys, I feel really, really dumb, and I'll tell you why. Apparently, these are called orochis, not orcais. I've been saying orcai for years, and I feel really stupid, but this is the Colossal Serpent. And honestly, not a terrible fight, but it has one attack that's bad. And you'll kind of see it happen, I think, right now. Maybe I went first. Yeah, okay, I go first, and then it happened, and I was like, oh! So, if you have some kind of barrier or forced Aegis, put it up, because it will do... Once I had all of the shields up, it did wonders. Because, this sucks, and it also sucks that the attack was a magic attack, because Cole was weak to magic. Oh, we all got to go first, so that's good, because that means our speed was good. Ooh, this was bad. See, this was bad because Cole was mad at Jax, so he wasn't paying attention. I decided to keep Ash in the safe spot because of this attack right here. See, it didn't damage Jax too much, but Cole's weak to magic, and I have low HP, so it was really bad for all of us. And, oh, did Cole die? No, he didn't. Okay, that's good. So so you have to get those shields up if you have them, like, really fast. Luckily, it only does that attack once each of its turns, because it has 3 turns, but it also doesn't always do it, but it's good to be prepared regardless, because it can do pretty nasty energy to you. Damage. I don't know why I said energy. Okay, so I was like, yeah, I gotta get that 4 stages up for Cole. Okay, that's whatever. So, bite, and then Cole ate an HP banana. I think that was his second banana, so he has no more bananas, so that kind of sucks. Ooh, and again, I wasn't paying attention, and I was like, crud. But it's okay, because Cole's fine. I don't know why I hesitated here. I think maybe I was like, wait, it's not going to do that again, so I'm just going to leave Cole out. And then Ash will heal him. But I think I eventually decided to put him in the safe spot just because I couldn't risk him dying. And my me was like, nah, hit me. Ooh. Yeah, see, Ash also has low defense, so he had a little bit of a oopsie moment there. But luckily we had this cat to do extra damage, so that was nice. Did Ash, what did he do here? He did, oh good, he did a Panacea, which is see, we were all at full health then. That is exactly what I needed him to do, and he did it. And then in thanks, I gave him the 4 stages. So at that point, we were all pretty well protected from this, except for me, this enemy's strongest attack, so we were just like, whatever, it's fine. Like, at this point, I was like, I'm gonna win this fight, this is easy. Oh, Cole got a nice boost from Midnight, which is amazing. So we were doing a lot more damage than I thought, which is great. But I think it was a good thing that we had the cat, because that gave us even extra damage. Yeah, see, its base attacks are not bad, especially once you have the shield, the 4 stages up. I highly recommend, by the way, your protagonist being an elf. And not just because, there's a reason I switched from elf, or from mage to elf, and it was for this. Whew. Okay, and so I was like, I'll just force Aegis myself, and now we're all protected from this enemy's most, damaging attack. So at that point, I was just like, this is gonna be easy. I don't know how much more HP this thing has, but it only really did damage to Ash at this point, so I was just like, it's fine. I think I put him in the safe spot just because I was like, you can regenerate your healing, it's fine. But now that, like, everybody has a forced Aegis, I think I figured, like, I'll just, heal when I need to and attack when I need to, because my me does have healing melody. I don't think I actually ended up using the healing melody at all throughout this whole thing, which is shocking. I thought that I totally would, but see, it's pretty low on health. So I think at that point I was like, I'll just attack. Jax used his Enthrall. I don't think anyone ever ended up dying and then having to revive with the vampire powers, except for Jax himself, but, maybe I'm misremembering. See, it doesn't always do the crazy attack, so you just better hope that it doesn't. Yeah, so Ash, we got him healing, which is great, keeping everybody at high health, except for me. Oh, and it's almost done, so we were just like, eh, and I just killed it with a simple little attack. So that was pretty easy. I just said, got him. Got him. Okay, so this is when things start to get tough, at least in my opinion. This is when you really have to have a strategy. So I learned from a kind user on DeviantArt that if you put a me in the safe spot, it'll act as if you only have 3 me's. And because of that, it'll only eat 2 of them. So that was my strategy, because these things eat you. So I had Ash go first, and then I put him in the safe spot so he could heal, and now only 2 of us are gonna get eaten. So one of them ate Cole, and one of them ate me. Oof. Yeah. But now they attack, and they don't do a horrendous amount of damage, but when it's all 4 of them attacking, they do about 200 damage. So that's just something to be aware of. But individually, they're not too terrible. So I put Jax in the safe spot because he was low on both MP and HP. So I was just kind of like, ooh, I gotta just let him heal. And that way Ash gets another attacking turn. For some reason, they were always worried about me and not about Cole, so they were just like, screw Cole. Ooh. Well, Ash fell down, so I put him back in the safe spot to keep... See, they were like, suppose we better help Karina, but nobody cared about Cole. So, see, they do not too much damage, but altogether they do kind of like cut your health bar in half. So that kind of sucked, and I think at this point I was like, shoot, I guess I better just let Jax eat his banana, because then he'll be able to attack after that. And also, the burgers only keep you in for 2 turns, so it's not horrible. And I think this is another one where I was like, okay, I don't want to put up a Forest Aegis, I just want to attack them. So, because of that, I let my Mii out and I put Ash back in the safe spot. Jax ate his banana, and I was okay with him doing that, because I was like, I got my attacks in, so I'm not too worried, and then they spat out Cole. I mean, they're gonna eat us again in like 2 seconds, but, it was fine. Ooh, and I was like, darn it, I let Ash heal on accident. I think that's why I paused here, because I was like, crap. But it's okay. There were a few times where I forgot to take somebody out of the safe spot, which was not good. So I got eaten again. And then I think this time Jax got eaten, which is fine, but yeah, because Cole's a pretty strong member of our team, so I was like, it's fine. And after all of them go, you can bring whoever you want out of the safe spot. But this was a good strategy, because usually all 3 of your Miis, like 3 out of 4 of your Miis can get eaten. But this way, that doesn't happen if you put somebody in the safe spot. I recommend it to be your healer, or one of your stronger attackers, so that they can get their attacks in when you bring them out. But I think I was just very, very, very focused on protecting Ash, because if I did, because Cole can tank more than he can, so I was like, it's fine. I was like, I'm just gonna let Cole get beat up, it's fine. He is a little bit injured now, but I think, so I decided to let him heal. See, they were only worried about me, they're like, suppose we better help Karina. Hold on, Karina, like, screw Jax, screw Cole, it's all about me. But, as you can see, even with limited attackers, we did pretty hefty damage with them, probably thanks to the cat that I brought with me, but after this we started knocking them out one by one. So I let Cole heal because he was low on MP and HP, so I was like, I'll just let him heal. And Midnight healed him too, so that was kind of nice. So it was like this, and then I brought Cole out, and now it's all of us. And I, again, was like, I gotta protect Ash. Just, this whole thing was Operation Protect Ash. Because, I guess I ended up taking him out because I was like, this cat's gonna go first. Oh, and you see one of them already died. So, if you use the strategy that I used, you'll probably be fine. So Ash snorts, which is very good, and I think he actually, did he knock out one of them? He did, but I didn't catch it because I pulled up the menu. So my bad, but it's fine. Okay, so they're still, I think, gonna eat 2 of us, but it's not that big of a deal. At this point, I was just like, whatever. It's fine, as long as Ash doesn't get eaten, because if someone gets injured, he needs to heal them. See, they only cared about me. I'm the only one. Screw Cole, screw Jax. I'm the MVP, apparently. But, did they knock out this burger? No, they didn't. Also, apparently, these burgers are expired. So, we don't recommend eating your way out of them. That's what the Miitopia wiki says. Yeah. Ugh. I don't even eat burgers anymore. Unless they're, like, Impossible Burgers, but honestly, I just don't eat burgers anymore, so it's whatever to me. But we just had a single burger left, so at this point I was just like, I'm just gonna attack it. Like, there's no point in me wasting, like, MP on this burger, so I'm just gonna shoot it in the face, and knock it out. Yay! Drinking water. Oh, Team Ash won. Okay, good for you, Ash. Now, this was by far the worst fight for me, and you will see, because I actually got really close to losing multiple times, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Like, there were times where I was like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. So, it's actually, the blue goddesses were an absolute nuisance. So I decided to protect myself so that I could neutralize the Red Fiend and Ash, because we needed him to heal people. Trust me. So that was great. This guy attacks. Jax died, and I was totally fine with that because he can revive himself. But then Ash got evil, and that was discouraging because I was like, oh no, like, he's gonna do bad stuff now, and he's not gonna be able to heal anybody. But then I was like, okay, it's fine, because Jax can revive himself, so it's not a big deal. But then I almost died because of the blue goddess, and I was like, oh crap. So I put myself in the safe spot, because if I died, we'd be screwed. So this blue goddess took her turns, and then Cole almost died, because he's weak to magic, and I was like, oh no, this is already off to a horrible start, and Ash is useless right now. So it's just like, oh dear. So I was like, well, I'm gonna do what I came here to do, and that is to dancing arrow the Red Fiend, because it works on the Red Fiend, because it's not considered a boss. And this is when I started using sprinkles. I think I only used HP sprinkles during this level, because I needed to. If I didn't, I would have died. So I healed myself, and Cole. Jax is still dead, but I think he revives at some point. But I had to let Ash heal because, he was evil, and I needed Cole to do the damage. So Ash healed, which was what I needed him to do. But then, and we didn't have to worry. From here on out, I only screwed up once. But the Red Fiend is dancing, so that's no problem. Luckily we dodged this attack, I think. Yep, okay, so that's great. And Ash and I were 1 point away from... And then I realized, like, oh shoot, if it can tip your heart into darkness, I need to protect myself. But for some reason, I kept myself out. And that was bad, because I was like, oh no, now I won't be able to do my dancing arrow, and I got injured, and then Cole got injured, and it was just like, oh no. So I was kind of freaking out. This whole battle had me, like, swearing and shaking, and this is why I didn't record my commentary, because I would have been like, ah! During this whole thing. But luckily, we had Midnight here to help me break out of my bad behavior. And she did that. So that was perfect. And I was just like, that was exactly what I needed to happen. Because if that didn't happen, we would have been screwed. So I did, I don't know why I did that. But they take, like, no damage. So this sucked. But I did what I had to do. Dancing arrow on the Red Fiend. That was my whole job. Just dancing arrow, dancing arrow, dancing arrow until it dies. Jax finally revives, which is great. I was worried that Cole was gonna steal one, but luckily my me was nice enough to share my banana with my best friend. So that was sweet. And we regained a little bit of health. Unfortunately, didn't level up. This is another thing that this cat was useful for. She could give us more MP with the cutest, my favorite cat move ever. Y'all know I love that move. So he healed Jax. That was whatever. I think Jax literally turned around and died again, which sucked. But also, no offense, but I would rather it have been Jax over Cole, because the vampire can revive itself. So dancing in a trance, that's fine. Okay, so here's where I screwed up. So I put myself in the safe spot, which is what I meant I needed to do. But then this time, So she does a regular attack, and then this, I think right after this is when something really, really bad happens. So Ash takes the damage for Cole, which means he receives double damage, and it knocked him out. And I was like, crap. So luckily these two did do their revenge thing, and they attacked her. But I think here I was like, nope, I need to revive Ash. So I revived him. This ended up being the correct decision, but I also, this is so bad. This was so bad. Everything went wrong here. So Ash's heart got dipped into darkness again, so that sucked. So I brought myself back out, and I put, yeah. So, unfortunately, I did have to ignore Midnight. But first, I checked to see how much health we were at, and it was looking bad. So I was like, ugh, okay, gotta keep my dancing arrow up. I was swearing up a storm during this, so I'm glad I wasn't, recording, because you would have heard, like, I would have had to bleep all of it out. Well, see, I was fine with that, especially because he hit the Red Fiend. And that was a lot of damage too, so that was nice. But then I realized, oh no, I forgot to put Ash in the safe spot, so I was like, ugh, crap. So I left him there, hoping that either Cole or Midnight would snap him out of his bad behavior, and luckily I was right, and Cole used his snap out of it, which is another great reason to have a warrior, because they can snap you out of stuff. So Ash got to take his turn, which was perfect, and he healed me. We unfortunately leveled up here instead of later. I would have preferred it to be a different time, because then maybe we could have recovered more energy. But then I was like, okay, gotta protect, protecting, actually, the, dipped heart into darkness was the sucky part for me, because, okay, Cole ended up dying again, so that was not good. And then Ash got angry, and when clerics get angry, they don't heal. So I was like, oh no. Jax, I think Jax also died, yeah. And so I was like, oh no. Because two of them are dead, and then it's just me and Ash. And luckily Ash resisted that, because that would have really sucked if he didn't. But I used my HP sprinkles during this. And I think this is where I screwed up big time. So here's what I did. I forgot to take my Mii out of the safe spot. So that means that the Red Fiend is no longer neutralized. So I panicked. Like, you can see me going, and trying to figure out, like, what am I gonna do? Like, we're gonna die. And then I realized, okay, Jax revived, so that's great. But then I realized, wait a second. I still have my shield sprinkles. I think this is what happened here, because I was like, Ash is gonna go, and then somebody's gonna die, and then we're not gonna win this fight, and I'm gonna cry. But this is what I was thinking about here, and then I was like, wait a second. I still have my shield sprinkles, and I think I only used one of them. So I took a long pause here, but I put myself in the safe spot, and then I had Ash attack, and then he attacks again because he's angry. So, unfortunately they both attacked the blue goddess, but that was okay. And then, what did I do? Oh, this was me contemplating again, so there was like a long pause. I was like, what am I gonna do? And then maybe here is where I realized, I still have all my shield sprinkles. So I'm gonna use them. Yeah, that was me being like, oh, okay. So I shielded both of them, which was definitely the right decision, because the Red Fiend's gonna attack one of them. And that was totally me being careless. But I decided to let them both stay up. Yeah, I was debating on whether I should put Jax in this safe spot. But I eventually decided to use sprinkles on him, and I think that was the right decision, because he ended up tanking those attacks, and then after this, I kind of recovered. and I didn't make any more, like, stupid mistakes. Because I could not risk screwing up again. So I was like, oh god, but they're both pretty low on health at this point, so I was like, oh geez, oh geez. And I think I just said, I gotta do what I came here to do, so, Red Fiend, you're getting punched again. Jax ran out of bananas, and I was really worried that he was gonna, like, steal one from someone, because sometimes laid back knees do that, but they shared again, which was really nice. Then Ash revived Cole, so this was very good. That is, and they leveled up in friendship. So this is when I was like, I've been saved by the Miitopia gods, because I was really worried that we were gonna lose this fight. I think this was the only fight where I really thought we're gonna lose. We're gonna die. And I was really, really sad, because I worked super hard to try to beat this on my first try, and I really didn't want to lose at the infamous Red Fiend level. So Cole was not affected by that, which was awesome. Then I realized, wait, I gotta protect myself. The blue goddesses were really, like, the freaking worst, in this whole thing. Ooh, okay, he got hit. And I think I brought myself out so I could bring Jax in. And yeah, Cole ended up turning evil, so that kind of sucked. So I was like, okay, let me switch these two out, because I can't have Cole tripping people up. Because they literally trip you. And I was like, oh god, we still have to get rid of this dang Red Fiend, and oh boy. And I was debating, I was like, should I let Jax, revive? Again, he wanted another HP banana, but my Mii was nice enough to actually give him the entire HP banana. So that was really nice of her. She definitely didn't have to do that. So I brought Cole out of the safe spot, and this was kind of stupid. I don't know why I did that. But I was hoping that Midnight would wake him up with, like, a neigh. And she didn't, so I was like, ugh, no. But at this point, I think the Red Fiend was almost gone. Like, I think it was almost down, so I was like, we can do this. So Ash healed Jax, which was perfect. Red Fiend's still dancing. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let Cole... I think I let Cole out of the safe spot because I was like, I don't care if he gets hit, because he'll be going right back into the safe spot once the blue goddesses are done. But it would have really sucked if two Miis became angry and evil at the same time. So I dodged that attack, which was awesome. And then, yeah, see, like this, I was like, oh, but luckily he resisted. And here's where I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring Cole back in, just because Dang, Jax is strong. He resisted twice in a row. But then I was like, okay, so Cole, go back to the safe spot. Because I really couldn't have him messing me up here. That would have been disastrous. So the Red Fiend's almost done, and the Blue Goddess on the left is also almost done. So I was like, we just gotta power through. And Jax... Nope, okay. Again, I was hoping that Cole would snap out of whatever was going on, but he didn't, and I was just like, ugh. But now, the Red Fiend is gone. So I was like, hallelujah. I think I started, like, screaming right here because I was like, yes, it's done. And now I can attack normally. And Ash knocked out that Blue Goddess. So that was awesome because now we didn't have to worry about this. But then she started making everybody evil, which sucked. Just, by the way, I'm plugging in my computer because it's about to lose battery and it's not working, so just give me a minute. I'm gonna unplug my mic. So at this point, okay, I think the mic's back on. At this point, I knew, like, we had won this fight, so I wasn't worried. but I was just kind of like, okay, we just have to be careful, because if I do something stupid and we die, I'm gonna be really, really mad. Luckily, I think I healed Ash, which was a good decision because he regained a lot of MP and health. Brought him out, and I think at this point I was like, I'm just gonna attack regularly because I don't wanna... Okay. Yeah, see, she kept turning people evil. This was so annoying, because I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, now 2 of them are evil, and there's double the chance that we're gonna get tripped up. But luckily, I got super, super lucky here. Cole did not trip me, which is good, because this Blue Goddess still had a hefty amount of health. But Cole didn't trip me, so it was okay. Jeez, this fight was so long and so hard. I thought we were gonna die multiple times. I was like, we are going to die. I'm gonna lose. My efforts were in vain. But nope. Excuse me, my throat got all scratchy. So yeah. So she got to go. Ash resisted, so that's all I needed to happen. I was like, thank God. And then she hit me, but that attack barely damaged me, and at this point I was like, we won this fight, so girl, move. And yeah, that's good damage. And I was mad at Jax. I was like, come on, man, don't conserve MP now. We need to just knock this girl out. And Cole did it for him. He said, eat dirt. Oh, by the way, you guys, I just watched Dragon's Rising. I think I watched it yesterday. And oh my gosh, it was really good. I liked it so much. That was just a random thought. I mean, I don't think it was incredible, amazing, whatever, but I thought it was great. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to see season 2. But speaking of Cole, how did you feel about him with that one character? If you know what I mean. But I'm gonna stop talking now. But, ooh, okay, so now I'll get back to commentary. This battle actually wasn't nearly as bad as the last one, it was just long. You have to play the long game in this one. And just by the way, the Light Sage is way more dangerous than the Light Lord. Like, way more dangerous. Whew. Okay, so... Sorry, getting out of breath. Luckily, I think we only have about 20... Oh, we still have a long way to go. These last 2 stages just take forever. But, yeah, the only bad attack that the Light Lord does is the rock avalanche, but even then it's not that bad. So Ash goes, and then I was like, okay, I gotta put somebody in the safe spot. So I actually decided to put Cole in the safe spot. And I think I made the right decision, but the reason I did that is because Jax is more resistant to magic. And I gave him a shield just to see, like, how much... I think I just wanted to... I didn't need to do that, but I decided to anyway. And I'm kind of glad that I did, because that weak attack isn't bad. But that did a lot of damage, but he still tanked it. Ooh, we had a glitch there, but he tanked that whole attack, so it was no big deal. And I was just kind of like, okay, I'll just put him in this safe spot. But Cole was fine, and then it was just, again, just 4 stages, 4 stages, 4 stages. And I think I realized, wait a second, Jax needs the Forest Aegis more than Ash does. So I'm going to put a Forest Aegis on him. And I think at this point I realized Ash was better actually outside of the safe spot if the monsters weren't attacking at this point. And Jax leveled up with me, so he regained all that health that he lost for free, basically, which is great. So here's the... Yeah, see, that attack isn't that bad once they have the shields up. And his, like, base attack is not bad at all. He sometimes does Nightmare, but... that did a lot of damage. Jax did, like, a buttload of damage during this fight. It was awesome. The Light Lord is definitely way weaker than the Light Sage, so I don't know why my niece decided to kill him first, but I guess it was just like, let's get this weakling out of the way. So this was bad because, oh, was this one I forgot? No. Okay, so I put Ash in the safe spot just in case, and since I already knew Jax could tank that big attack, and now he has the shield, I wasn't worried. And see, he totally tanked that. Like, it was no big deal. He was just like, eh. I can take it. It's fine. So again, I was just doing 4 stages, 4 stages, 4 stages, because once I had those up, we were totally fine during this fight, and we just needed to be smart. A lot of these levels, except for the last one, is brutal, no matter what you do, pretty much. But we got an extra attack in here, but as long as you keep your cool and you play it smart, you'll be fine. And I'll tell you that actually stays true to the next fight as well. I'll get to that soon. But now, at this point, we were just playing the long game. It was just, we just gotta do as much damage as possible and make sure nobody gets too low on MP or on health. And that was no big deal. So, the rest of this fight was pretty smooth sailing, even though Ash is extremely low on MP here. No big deal. Light Sage's little lightning attack was whatever. This is the attack that's sucky. He also has one more attack that is pretty brutal, but I got lucky and he never used it on us. But even if he did, I don't think it would have been devastating. It was just, he does this like big explosion attack that does a lot of damage, and luckily he didn't use it on us, so I'm okay with that. But see, Light Lord is not very strong. I think I kept saying like, you're weak, like I kept making fun of him. But yeah. Yay! See, this is why we have this cat! Oh, yeah, I think that was a great decision. I was very unsure about bringing a cat. And here I realized, like, oh no, I forgot to put them in the safe spot, oh no! But then I was like, wait a second, they both just tanked that attack. No problemo. No problemo, sorry, I speak Spanish, I don't know why I said that in a horrible accent. But then I realized, wait a second, at this point I'm just gonna attack. Light Lord's almost down, Light Sage still has a lot of HP, but it wasn't a big deal. So here's the Nightmare attack. We're pretty familiar with that at this point, and I was totally fine with it, because I was just like, eh, it's fine. Like, he'll recover his MP. Yeah, so he woke up, he was fine. My microphone is being a little funky right now, but, so let me fiddle with this for a second, but yeah, it was still... Oh! Hello? Okay guys, I don't know if you can still hear me, but I think my microphone just cut out. It's like weirdly blinking and stuff, so if the audio sucks right now, I apologize, but hopefully it's not too bad. I did have a little accident with my equipment the other day where I spilled a smoothie and some of it got on my equipment. It wasn't too bad, but I was like, oh no. So hopefully this isn't what's happening right now. It's just blinking weirdly right now. It's annoying. So again, super sorry if my audio cuts out. But okay, y'all, it's still acting a little bit funky, so I'm just gonna hope that y'all can still hear me. But looks like we just killed the Light Lord, so that's awesome. And then at this point it was just like a rain fire on on the Light Sage, so we were pretty a-okay from here on out. But yeah. So at this point I was just like, it's fine. Like, it's like no big deal. Oh, and my knee is really happy here, so I did a lot of... Sorry. Audio issues. Something I've been struggling with since my YouTube career began. Hopefully it's not too bad. I really hope that it's not just like recording the music, because that would suck. But we killed the Light Sage, so good freaking night. Good night. But that, yeah, again, that was just kind of an endurance battle. I was just like, it's fine, just don't get distracted. It worked out just fine for us. But here we go to the final boss. Oh boy. Okay. Yikes. So this, again, this is the endurance battle. So at that point I was like, Ash, you are going in the safe spot right now, because if we die, and I'm glad I did that because this boss derp, it does a pretty hefty amount of damage, but it's nothing to be too worried about if you have teammates with high defense. And also, my Mii was like dodging these attacks left and right, which is nice because I was the weakest one, I think. Maybe other than Ash, but he wasn't gonna get hit, so I put him in the safe spot. But, yeah, so I was like, Forest Aegis, Forest Aegis, Forest Aegis. That is my job as an elf, to protect and distract. So I was kind of debating, I was like, who should I put it on? So I decided to put it on Jax. I think that was a pretty good idea. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, he did a bite. I don't know why he did that. That was dumb. But here we have Midnight. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, this fight took me about 20 minutes. And even though it actually was not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be, it just took forever. So again, endurance battle. So I put Ash in the safe spot because he's low on MP and because I don't need to die. Yeah, but once you put the shields up, it really doesn't do that much damage. And again, Elf has counter arrow, so that was awesome. And I was protecting Cole pretty well. So at that point I was like, I'm gonna bring Ash out because he can help us attack by teaming up with us if he wants to. So, yeah, that was kind of nice. Yeah, and I put it on, I was like, should I put it on Cole or Ash? And I think I eventually decided to put it on Cole, just because I was expecting him to have to tank more attacks. So I was like, I'll just put it on Cole, no big deal. So, that was kind of nice. Sorry, clicking around a little bit. There we go. Yay, we leveled up again. So that was fun. Boom. This thing, honestly, it just has a buttload of health. Like a buttload. It has a lot of health. Boom. So Ash ate his first MP candy here. And I was okay with that. I was just like, oh, whatever, dude, you wasted your turn. But it's not like we really needed him to heal anyone at this point. And I was just like, I'll just... Ooh. So I took a pretty big hit there, but it was fine. Again, counter arrow, great. Great. Yay. And then I decided to bring Ash out again, because I was like, I'll put a Forest Aegis on you, buddy. Yeah, so I did that, and once I had everybody on Forest Aegis, it was just attack, 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 and attack, again and again, just with our strongest attacks, because I was like, I am not losing this fight. I did not come this far to lose to the final boss, absolutely not. I was dead set on winning this fight. So, Ash healed me, which is very nice. There were a few times where I wished that Ash used his Panacea heal, and he didn't, so I was like, ugh. But it's fine. because this is going to be kind of boring for a few more moments, I'm just going to talk about what's going on in my life right now. So I've been extremely busy doing midterms and doing a bunch of stuff. Like, I'm doing theater stuff, so I did costumes for one of the shows, and I'm going to be in my school's kind of little showcase of Rocky Horror. One of my best friends, Aiden, who is the chef of my team, is actually the one who's directing it. So shout out to you, Aiden. Even though you're not in this battle, but you're an important member of the team, so I'm just gonna bring you up, because you're awesome and you're one of my best friends, so yay. So I'm in that, and I got a really good role, so I'm really happy. But I know that just means rewatching the movie over and over again so I can learn the timing and the lip syncing and stuff, because we're performing on Halloween weekend, so that'll be fun. Yes. So I've been really busy, and that's why I haven't been uploading or recording. So it looks like here I was kind of trying to be like, what am I gonna do? And I was like, okay. So if y'all don't know, this boss nerf has 3 stages. So I was like, it's still in its first stage, so I don't want to be going all out just yet. Oh, see, Cole's sulking. I don't like that. That's lame. He still did over 100 damage, though, so good for him. Yay. Okay, here we go. Stage 2. So now it's angry, and now it has the ability to call on these juvenile snurps. Now, if these juvenile snurps only do one thing, what they'll do is they'll lock onto you, and then their next turn, they're like a robot, one of those robots or something, but when they hit you, they deplete you down to 1 health. So, what's the best way to avoid these juvenile snurps? Kill them fast? Like, yeah, but safe spot. Y'all, these juvenile snurps did no damage to me during this entire fight, and I'll show you why. It was easy as pie to deal with. They're really, like, again, this is endurance and focus. If you lose focus, you might screw up. But you just have to remember the order. So Cole and then Ash, and the juvenile snurps go after the whole team. So it's basically, Ash is gonna do his thing, which is heal himself, which is fine, we need him to stay alive. And then the boss snurp does its 2 attacks, which is fine. And I ended up dodging. Did I dodge? Yes, I did. Ash didn't, but I did. So that was kind of nice. But at this point, I was just like, attack, 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 attack. I'm very low on MP, but I didn't care at this point. I was like, it's fine. So this was just, oh, and Jax ate his candy. And Midnight decided to give Cole a little bit of a boost. So that was very nice. So I had Midnight, I had the cat, and also the elf space attacks are just fine. So I was like, eh. So Cole was doing his spin slash, which is awesome. But now that his turn is done, I was like, safe spot immediately. So let's see what the juvenile snurp does now that Cole's in the safe spot. Absolutely nothing. So if you put them in the safe spot, you are absolutely golden. You just have to remember the order. But once you do that, and if you don't lose focus, which I didn't, surprisingly, because I have done that before, but, in worst case scenario, they do end up hitting one of your Miis. And they go down to 1 health, which sucks, but it's not, like, the end of the world. You just need to heal them up before the boss snurp comes and before they die. So, it's fine. But again, you have the safe spot at your disposal. Don't be afraid to use it. So it's really, it's just make sure you don't get too low on health and remember the order of your attacks and who the juvenile snurps tagged first. That made this fight extremely easy. So at this point I was like, should I heal or should I use my big attack? And I decided to use my big attack because I was just like, I just need to get, so the boss looks like it's almost at half health, which is awesome, and I already got rid of one of the juvenile snurps, so excuse me, but here's the thing, if you get rid of the juvenile snurps, the boss snurp might waste one of its turns calling one back, which is fine, and also here I only have to deal with 1, so it's locked on to Cole. That's whatever, we're about to kill it anyway, and I'm happy. Oh, but I was low on MP, so Ash helped me out, which was very nice of him. Energetic, I think, actually might be one of the best roles, because I think it is one of the best. I think it is the best. Even better than Cool in some circumstances, because Cool has one very bad downside, which hasn't happened to me yet. But the worst downside to Energetic is losing those 2 little points. Whoa! I just did 99 damage to both of them because I was happy and I think I was showing off for somebody. So I did massive damage with that attack. And that boss Snurp was not happy about it. But boop. Boop. He booped us. Actually, is this Snurp a girl? Is it a girl or a guy? I can't tell. Or maybe it's genderless, because it's Snurp. I don't know. Snurps are just another being. Beyond humans. Okay. Yay! So, see, this is why we needed this cat. Absolutely. And so I think at this point I was like, I'm just gonna use my base attack, because my me is happy and cool. See, look, with more than 1 buff, I did a lot of damage. That's way better than the base elf attack. I think, ooh, okay, here is its final stage. This can get rough. So basically it called for help, and then it did this crazy attack. You can't fully see it, but it causes a weird effect on every single me. So I fell asleep, Ash got hyper, Cole burst into tears, and Jax got old. So the boss Snurp attacks, so now it has 3 turns. So just be aware of that. And I decided, okay, I need to put Jax in the safe spot. Because if he's old, he'll do weaker attacks and have less defense. So I was like, that does not fly. So we need to heal him up. But this thing is just very chaotic. So it's not the end of the world. Because the hyper one is fine. And Cole's crying, but I was hoping he would use a magic attack like that. Because the worst thing about the crying is that they might miss and basically waste their turn. So Cole, Ash. That's the order you have to remember. Otherwise, don't worry about the juvenile Snurp. So he can't heal right now, which sucks, but it's fine. So, so it's doing the weird attack again. Funnily enough, it only used this attack twice. And I think during this one, everybody fell asleep. So I was just, yeah. So it was just like, ugh, oh no. So I decided to actually let my me kind of just, so when he hits you, they wake up. So that's kind of nice. So he took care of 2 of them for me. He undid his attack. I was having a nightmare, which was fine, but I knew that not Cole, but Midnight could wake me up, so I let it play through, and it worked out just fine for me. If it didn't, it'd be fine. I just put myself in the safe slot. But again, attack. At this point, I was just like, attack, 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 and attack again. Because at this point, I was like, we are not losing this fight. I am going to win this fight 100%. And I think I forgot to put Cole in the safe spot here, so that kind of sucked, but I needed to do it anyway. For the juvenile Snurp, so I was like, I'll just leave him in there, it's whatever. But I screwed up with that, so that was my fault. Slight setback, no big deal. I switched Ash out, because remember it was Cole and Ash who were being targeted. And see, the juvenile Snurps are just a nuisance, really. Like, they're really, you can get through this fight with having 0 damage done to you. So the cat did that for me, which was nice, and then Ash did that. And I don't think the boss Snurp ever used its Cray Cray attack again. Cole's just frozen. But it hits you 3 times, so that does kind of suck. Ooh, and Ash started taking a lot of damage. Here's the move, because remember, when it's at the end of the fight, and I have the opportunity to do Horse Whisper, what do? Level up my MP, and I do Horse Whisper. That is an amazing decision. So I did Horse Whisper, because remember, I did this to the Dark Sun, too. And the boss is pretty low on health at this point. Let's see how much damage I do. 1507. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's like a 10th of its health. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe more like a 15th. like a 12th. I don't know, but that's a pretty good chunk of its health gone. I don't have any MP, but that's fine. So I put Cole in the safe spot, and I let him recover his health and his MP, and to get out of whatever. And then Midnight decided to help him recover all the way back up. So, at this point I was like, we have won this fight. We have totally won this fight at this point. Like, we are not losing this fight. There's only about 5 minutes left in the video at this point. So, again, Juvenile Serps, just remember the order. So it's Cole and Jax. No biggie. So Ash healed himself. And I think at this point I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna... I don't know when I did it, but I was just like, let it come at me. I literally don't care. Bring it. I can take it. That's my Mii's catchphrase. And, yeah, so I was like, I'm just gonna attack the boss nerf. Like, let's get rid of it. Because once we get rid of it, we've won. And I decided not to use... Oh, okay, I guess I gave myself a little bit... Okay, here's where I did it. I decided to make Cole Piper. Just because that gave us the last push that we needed to do. And I was like, I'll just attack regularly, so I was hoping that he would help me. And it turns out both Ash and Jax helped me, but Cole didn't, so I was just like, what the heck? So I was kind of annoyed about that. I was, like, complaining about it. And then Jax did his big attack, and then while I was preparing to put Cole into the safe spot, Cole killed the boss nerf, and I'm really mad that I didn't catch it on camera. Like, I didn't catch it all the way. So that was a little disappointing, but it was okay, because we won, so you can see, it's knocked out. So, at this point, I think I started, like, whooping and cheering, and I'm really glad that it's fall break right now, because otherwise everybody would have heard me, and that would have been embarrassing, because it was about 2 o'clock in the morning at this point, so I was just like, ah, I won, because at this point, we have won. Like, the Juvenile Serps are gonna do absolutely nothing to us. Once again, thank you, Miss Cat. I don't remember your name, but thank you, Cat, for helping me heal. I wish I could put, like, Lloyd in that spot or something, but I can't do that. So I was like, I'm just gonna, like, use my hail of arrows and end this right now. Did I end it? I think I did. Yeah, I killed both of them. Take that! Dang it, I wish I said, bring it, I can take it, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain, because we just won this fight on my first try, no sweat. Good night. Ya dang right Team Karina won. Team Karina took this W, and I hate how slowly the medals come down, but this is proof that I beat it on my first try. And then I think I started speeding it up, because I was like, ugh, this is taking forever. Walloped the final enemy at the top of the Tower of Despair. Bring it! I can take it. And apparently we got an MP sprinkle update, which is funny because we, I feel like my Miis don't really eat their MP sprinkles. Like, they just don't, because I usually put them in the safe spot to recover their health, and they just end up recovering their MP too, so I was just like, whatever, it's fine, but I'm not gonna complain because, yeah, MP candies, whatever, but yeah, we just beat our final gauntlet in this whole thing, so, I'm sad to say, but I'm also happy because I beat it on my first try, as I should. But this is the end of my Miitopia journey. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of y'all's support. Big shout out to Soda Pop and Jason, because you two have supported me throughout this whole thing, and even asked to be in the game. So that was super sweet of you guys. Thank you so much for being lovely subscribers. I love this game. I'm definitely gonna try to get all the medals, but I just don't think I'm gonna film that because it's gonna be grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding, and it's gonna get boring. But if you guys want to see me make a special every now and then, I'd be happy to do that. I think it'd be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna post one more video, which is gonna be like the cutscenes of all of the things. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out my new videos when they come out of my review series. Bye guys!